Number 3 on the list, I think that's really important for unconventional leaders, is you are living a myth whether you choose it or not. Like breathing air, like sleeping at night is necessary. Your brain is a storytelling machine, and you are living in some type of myth, whether you recognize it or not. I would encourage you to explore and figure out what your myths are. It's very important. Number 4 is refining the call that keeps you moving forward. Making sure that you understand what it is that moves you forward, that story that you're telling yourself, that gets you up in the morning, that helps you lead other people. Because you need to anchor in it more often, or you need to adjust it to better fit who you really are, the mountain and the hill that you are climbing. And then number 5 is every stage of life needs a different myth. The story that you built for success will not carry you into the next part. And this is true in so many levels. You do have to build a new character that you're going towards. You have to build a new story. Campbell was blunt about, he was blunt about a lot of things if you read the book, but he was blunt about this. And at some point, you set the old rock down, and because you can feel it and you know that, and it is time to seek out a new mountain and a new rock and do things differently. So as I mentioned it before, as I was reading this book, it was so dense with imagery, and I wanted to connect those things and rich with text, that I did go out to Gemini and ChatGPT and had it actually create me infographics for particular sections of each chapter. I have at least 12 infographics for each chapter. That's how intense some of them were. This happens to be a ChatGPT one. The one I showed you before was a Gemini. It was really, really necessary for me to take away from this book and to make my time worthwhile. If you're going to read, if you're going to put in the time, why not make sure you're getting out the return on that investment? For me, that was really important. And AI and those infographics, because I am a visual learner, really helped out immensely. Another thing I did to help myself out, and I'll share it with you. You can go on my YouTube channel and see it a little later, but I actually took an old myth and I had it rewritten into a current modern day myth about unconventional leadership and about this process of thou shalt, as Joseph Campbell talked about, bumping up against those thou shalts and how you push away from that and how you might even recognize that. And it was a lot of fun. I will definitely tell you that about it. I also want to leave you with some of this, and these are the 5 learnings about myth, story, and leadership, because remember, I told you, we've been telling myths for a very, very long time. It is in us to tell story, and that's part of what I'm doing here. Even I'm passing along the story of what it was like for me to read this book and have conversations with a book club and to grow my own leadership and myself in that process.